What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I do my 10,000 steps today. I got out a little bit later than other days. I was running some errands. Then, I had to check out that Lions game. And I know I should have did this before it, but I shouldn't have started watching it. Because once I started, it got really exciting, really hype. Then I just kind of fell into it. Next thing I know, it was halftime. And I'm like, damn, I can go out there and do some steps now. But I swear, it don't be seeming like halftime lasts as long as it used to. It used to seem like halftime was forever. But maybe it was because I wasn't as into football as I am now. But that halftime be just seeming like, I don't know, it's like 10, 15 minutes. It's not what it used to be. But I'm out here now. So shout out to all of my subscribers, new and old. I thank you guys for being along for the ride to 500,000 by the end of the year. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm getting way ahead of myself. I mean 5,000. Damn, and they added a few too many zeros to that. But let's get to the topic at hand, and that's passport sisters. Have you heard of this? This is something that is new to me. This whole dating scene stuff, these are not struggles that I've had myself. So I'm learning a lot about this stuff, right now in real time. So passport sisters, it seems to be women that are flying. It seems to be these Asian countries. And by women, it seems like it is black women. And they're going over there to date, to try their hand at dating, over there. And it's not working out very well for them at all. From what I've seen, the sisters struggle trying to go date abroad. I don't know what it's like in some of these Latin areas, but over there in these Asian countries, it's not working well at all. So I watched an interview with a few. This one girl, she was really pretty. You could tell she was half Asian, half black. She looked very, very pretty. She had like brown skin, but she had the almond shaped eyes. Just really, really pretty. Kind of remind me of Naomi Osaka. And she was saying how she has a hard time dating because she doesn't fit in. She was talking about the beauty standards of how the men prefer lighter skin or even white. I think she was in Japan, and she was saying how people like cover up to protect their skin so they don't get a tan. People stay inside so they don't get a tan. And then on top of that, people are putting products on their skin to lighten it. So she said that the men there, they really prefer light/white complexion. And, this was very interesting because I don't travel over there. And even if I were traveling over there, it wouldn't be for the same reasons that she is. It'd be just for the experience of, traveling, the culture, new food, new experiences, do some shopping, just kind of get out and see what's out there in the world. So if I were to go over there, it most certainly wouldn't be for the same reasons that she is. So I would have no idea what this is like. And that's why I found this all to be fascinating. So that was a story with her. It was another woman. Now, this was a black woman. And she said that, it was kind of shocking. She tried dating. She really wasn't having any luck because guys weren't really interested in her because she was a black woman. She said at first it bothered her. Now it doesn't. Now she doesn't care. She's just giving up on dating. I don't know how true that is she don't care now. She's probably gotten used to it, sure, but just not caring. I don't know about that. Because when you're somewhere and this is your environment and you feel rejected by your environment, you can't help but feel some sort of way about it, because that's just how we are as people. We all kind of want to belong somewhere. We kind of look for a place that we can belong. Let me look over here to make sure there's no cars coming before I cross. But we always want to belong someplace. And if you're in a situation where you feel like you just can't fit in, that's not very pleasant. So has she gotten used to it? Has she adjusted? Sure, because she really has no choice. That's her reality right now. But I'm not so sure about not caring, because humans, we're just not built like that. There was another woman, and she was saying how a guy flat out told her that he didn't want any hard R children. And I was like, whoa, dang. And the interviewer was like, no, he really said that? Like, what did he say really? She was like, no, he said verbatim, he didn't want any hard R children. And I was like, wow, yeah. And she was basically talking about how culture and stuff over there is different. Like the way people talk to you and stuff is very different. So people will say stuff like that and they not see why it's offensive and whatnot. Well, you got to understand, you're not here in America where everyone's offended by everything. And so as a result, everyone's trying to tiptoe around your feelings and make sure they don't say anything that upsets you. That's what life is like here. When you go to these other places, you quickly find out they don't care as much. You know, everyone's not searching for a reason to be offended. Now, I'm not saying that what he said she shouldn't have been offended by. I'm saying that when you go to different areas, like the expectation of people day after day kind of like tiptoeing around your feelings, it's not there. You know, you have the old saying, when in Rome, do what the Romans do. So you're in Japan, so it is what it is there. Don't go to these other places expecting them to morph into America for you in terms of how the people respond to certain things, the way the people talk, you know, just their mannerisms and stuff. I think we as Americans, we have a bad habit of that. We go traveling and it's like Americans believe they can go wherever they want in the world, and the world is just supposed to adjust and adapt to what their expectations are at home. And that's one of the reasons why abroad we're so disliked, because people think that we're kind of arrogant in that way, that wherever we go is just supposed to be America temporarily for the duration of the time that we're there. And that's just not going to happen, especially if you go places like Dubai and whatnot. Dubai is telling you out the gate, don't come here with the stuff that you do there. You will be arrested. You will be sentenced. You will be imprisoned. If you come over here and break our laws, you're going to pay for it. And ignorance to our laws is not an excuse. So they very much recommend that before you step foot over there, you learn what the culture is, at least enough to where you can keep yourself out of prison, you know. and if you're not interested in respecting their customs, their laws, stay your butt home in America, because you're gonna come over here and you're gonna get locked up and you may never know when you're going back home. Japan isn't as strict as Dubai is, but you know, the point that I'm making is that these other places, they're not playing these political games, these identity politics, and you know, all your feelings and all that. They're not playing these games in those other places. They see how we operate here in the US and they don't want any part of it. They don't think that the way we're doing things is good, and they have no interest in copying it. But I digress. The passport sisters, something that I did not know about. I had no idea this was a thing, and I found it to be very interesting. Because, you know, passport bros, that thing's gotten very dangerous. You know, it seems like gone are the days where if you were some guy making, you know, $50K a year, and I'm talking about the guys who are looking to go over to DR and whatnot and just have a good time. Gone are the days where you were some guy who was making $50K a year just looking around, so I cross the street. And you can go over to DR and just act like some wealthy big shot. Gone are those days. Now they're waiting on you. Now they're on dating sites luring you there so that they can kidnap you and hold you for ransom when you get there. And if you don't have the money to pay that ransom, you may not be going home. So once upon a time, guys could go over there and play the whole dating game, or what is it? Tourism, sex tourism. That was like the most popular. Like, guys were going over there looking for a wife and to stay there and get married, but that wasn't quite as popular as the sex tourism. What is that? What am I hearing? It wasn't a person. It was like some sound effect or something. I'm like, what is that? I thought it might have been some sort of Halloween decoration, because people do got Halloween decorations out here. They got the pumpkins on the porch and whatnot. I thought I was hearing, like, I see something in the window. That's probably what it is. Anyway, passport bros, that became no longer safe. The sex tourism is too dangerous now to even recommend people take part in that. The women, they're not going over there for the tourism. They're going over there to actually date, and they're not having any luck. Now, some are over there because they moved there, and they're, for one reason or another, I guess work or something, and they're just not having very much luck in terms of dating. I don't know. That's a bad spot to be in, where you're stuck somewhere, you relocated because of work potentially, and the environment isn't very welcoming. You know, you're so used to being here in America, where you're encouraged to be you, regardless of how degenerate and quirky that may be. And then you go over here, and you being you, even if you're trying to play by all the rules and trying to be as likable as you possibly can, will never be enough. That's a really rough spot to be in. But shout outs to those sisters that's abroad trying to find love. I salute you. I wish you luck. And I hope in the future maybe I'll see some more positive stories when it comes to this, rather than all negative ones. Because I saw all negative. I didn't see a single one where the woman that found love and it's like, oh, I'm over here, I'm happy, I've gotten married, I've had kids. None of that. All of the sisters were down bad. But I'm gonna leave it there. You guys, let me know what you think. Have you guys heard of this? Passport sisters? What stories have you heard? Were any of them successful, or were they all down bad like the ones that I heard? Let me know. Hit me in them comments, thumbs up, subscribe. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.